See, Mike, it's starting to look a bit bait, Mike, because you know what? When it was me, you was ready, you knew your boss, everyone was excited, they knew they could use me to make you bigger, they knew they had all the tools to make sure your dubs sell more, get more views, you know what I'm trying to say? You had the perks. But now it's Chipmunk, the building and all their tricks, that's not going to work with Chipmunk because he's younger than me and he's actually sick. So all of them little tricks, like what you can do to Wiley, make Wiley look bad, make Wiley look mad, all this stuff, you can't do it to Chip. Blood. Mike, if you don't speak, you are done. You see?
What's good, my little community? Welcome back to another lovely, beautiful, sexy, amazing video with an equally lovely, equally beautiful, equally sexy, and equally amazing lit tie. You already know what time it is. Now let's go. Now, if you guys don't already know, Chip dropped some flame diss track on Stormzy last night at 2 AM, and the whole internet is basically going crazy, and they're giving their 2 cents, and one of those people that's given his 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 cents is none other than Wiley Coyote himself. And he's basically saying that if Stormzy doesn't respond, he's, you know, as the kids these days would say, done out here. And we're going to break down what Wiley said exactly, but you already know what you got to do. You just got to like, comment, subscribe so you can be up to date every time I drop a banger like this one. And hit that notey, because you ain't a nitty, so you can be the first to know when one of these videos comes out. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. Wiley hopped on cam and he's basically saying how it's looking very bait. It's looking very bait that him being Stormzy and his team was only going against Wiley because they knew that Wiley would be an easy target for them. They knew that with Wiley, they could use him to make Stormzy bigger. No homo. They could make his diss track sell more and get more like views and notoriety because Stormzy was obviously a bigger artist. And because Wiley had a previous history of being crazy and whatnot, that they could basically spin that to their favor and, you know, just give the narrative that Wiley's just an old bitter MC and he's hating on a young rapper with money that's coming up, that's at the top of the game, basically. But now, because they're going against Chip, someone who's younger, someone who's, you know, actually well respected currently, not saying Wiley's not respected, but like well respected currently in the game, and someone who's got more bars than a fat kid at lunchtime, he thinks that Stormzy's team is scared and that Stormzy basically won't be able to send for Chip the way that he did for Wiley, and that it would actually be basically an L for them to even try it because, you know, it just wouldn't work. And then he goes on to say that Stormzy needs to respond because if he doesn't, then he's just done out. He's finished. He's just gone. He's over with. It's done. Now, I'm going to be real. I do kind of understand what he's saying here. And I kind of feel like there's some, you know, truth to it. It does seem like Stormzy is picking and choosing who he should respond to. And I feel like now that he's acquired all this fame and notoriety and money and whatnot, that I do feel like it's kind of been influenced by his team and his management. The Stormzy I know from back in 2015, 2016 days, he was ready to clash any and everyone. He did not care. Someone dissed him, he'll be right there dissing them back. But I don't know, like ever since he's gone pop and he's done, you know, this Ed Sheeran stuff, like no disrespect to Ed Sheeran, I mess with Ed Sheeran, but ever since he's done stuff with them man there, and it just hasn't been the same. It just hasn't been the same. And even though that may sound like a broken rhetoric, I do agree that if Stormzy doesn't respond, he can't call himself the king of grime. You just can't call yourself a king. As I said in the Ivorian Doll video, these people cannot be throwing around the word king or queen if you're not going to fight for your territory. Do you think Mufasa would have ever backed down from a challenge? Do you think Mufasa would have let Scar attack the Pride Lands 3 times and he not do anything about it? No. No, 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 no. So why is Stormzy? They're both kings, right? Kings fight for their territory. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to let people be using that king-queen stuff if you're not going to do king and queen-like actions. Wiley also went on a tweeting spree, which I'm not going to go through because it's like 10 pages long. But to basically give you a summary, he was reiterating the same sentiment of Stormzy, you know, not being the king of grime, that he picks and chooses his battles, saying that Stormzy knows that Chip is better than him, and, you know, all that, basically reiterating the stuff in the video just in word form. But yeah, it's all going a bit crazy right now. I wonder what Stormzy's thinking right now. Imagine waking up and you see your name trending, and you just see all the memes and the jokes, and then there's a diss track, and yeah, you must be stressed. He's probably getting calls from everyone right now saying, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? He's probably put his phone on Do Not Disturb or something.
Yeah, that's true. Now let's go back to my nigga on the floor.
But let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. Do you think what Wiley is saying is right and that Stormzy is picking and choosing his battles? Or do you think that Stormzy doesn't need to respond to Chip and that Chip's reaching for attention? He's attention seeking, clout chasing, whatever they call it these days. You can follow me on IG at lit___ for all your music updates. And you can follow my personal at the only lit_ENT if you care about what I do when I'm not making these bangers for you guys. I put updates on Twitter as well, so you might as well follow me on there, because what else are you doing with your life? Absolutely nothing. Of course, don't forget to subscribe. We're on the road to 400 subs, but really we're on the road to 1K. You already know what time it is. Stay black, and if you're not black, stay whatever race you are. I bet. Peace.
Oh, you ain't know I could sing?